Hi there. My name is Alexandra Orton, or Zan, and I do an art class, private art class on Facebook ordinarily, and I have been requested to record one for a homeschool group. Shout out to FEC, and I know that once I upload this to YouTube, there's a chance other people might see it, so I'm going to tell you what we're going to go over today. We're going to create a color palette. We're going to do two activities actually. We're going to do a color palette. It's going to look like this, but it's actually going to use 3 colors, not 6. And we're also going to do a watercolor wet on wet. Both super easy. All you need are some paper. I recommend watercolor paper, but if you're just doing this for fun, just grab paper. Know that you're probably going to need tape, because once the water hits the paper, it kind of buckles. You'll want 2 glasses, not necessarily as nasty as mine are, but with clean water inside. One's going to be for cleaning your brushes as you mix colors and then you change it, and the other is going to be for your purity of colors. So when you want to just add water to your color to lighten it for watercolors, you'll use the other one, and you'll never stick it in your coffee cup. Just to give you some examples of, other than the color palette, what we're going to do for wet on wet is, once we have the color palette, we're going to pick 3 colors we like, and then we're going to do the wet on wet technique on watercolor paper. And this is one. I picked 3 colors because usually I like very vibrant colors, and I was going for something different. That's what I love about watercolors, is it takes me out of my comfort zone of acrylics. Have a beautiful artist, look her up, Siobhan Crump, and she does amazing oil paintings in Arizona, and just recently did a really pretty watercolor wet on wet technique that ended up looking like water and clouds. Here's another example of just an abstract using 3 colors I liked. And then once you've done that, you can turn around and, once it's dry, add little decorations to it. I have another one around here somewhere that I did for a friend, but apparently it's missing right now. But anyway, so if you're joining me, you're also going to want some kind of palette to mix your colors on. Even a plate from the dollar store will work. And 3 colors. I'm going to be using red, blue, and yellow today. My specific colors are scarlet, cobalt, and yellow mid. So you'll want brushes, pencil, and ruler. So if you are watching this live, this might be a good time to pause and again get 2 things of water, a palette, paper, tape, pencil, ruler, your paintbrushes. And as you do that, I'm going to move my camera and make you see what is going on here and clean it off, so we can just work on the paper, and that's all you're going to see from here on out. is I'm just going to make a simple grid. I use the width of my ruler for the grid as well. So I'm just going to do 4 inches by 4 inches. And remember, this is for you, so you don't have to get it perfect. And I probably, for the sake of you guys, you'll use your pencil, but I'm going to go ahead and use a pen so you can see better what I'm doing. It's okay. So my daughter's dog has just joined us, and he is quite the character. Honey, it's okay. It's fine. He just wants to hang out in here. It's fine. Okay, I know I did 4 by 4, which I should have done 3 by 3 because we're only doing 3 colors. So you're just going to ignore these, but I'm going to come back and probably add colors in the future. And the first color we're using is going to be that yellow mid, and right yellow mid here. This is scarlet, right? Scarlet, scarlet, and cobalt blue. And this is such a good thing that you can use with acrylics or anything else too, just to, you know, for in my case, I bought some new paints, and I just wanted to test them out. This is actually my first time testing out this specific red and blue. My other palettes used different colors of blue and red, and there's a vermilion with a cerulean blue, and this is ultramarine blue with crimson. So I'm excited to be learning about this just as we go. So the first thing that you're going to do is you can draw a circle, or my handy dandy little ruler already has a circle that I can just kind of trace. And I'm just off to the side, just so I can see what the pure color looks like. I'll put a circle for each. Okay. we're going to put some of our colors on our palette. I'm going to start with the yellow. Remember, you have one for adding water and one for just cleaning your brushes. So just do the one with adding water for now, because you're just getting a pure color and you're going to fill in that dot. It's fine. Go ahead and leave them in here, please. Okay. Love you too. Okay, there's your yellow. And then you can take a flat brush or whatever is easiest for you to fill in your first square with the same color. Because yellow plus yellow is going to be yellow. Alright, and it's easier to get it right to the line when you did pencil without making the line bleed. But again, this is just for your own, it's like a tool. It's for your own personal good. Next color we're going to do is the red, or the scarlet. We're going to fill in the red dot. And then it's not down here because that's yellow plus scarlet. We're going scarlet plus scarlet. So we're actually diagonal from the red, from the yellow. And at any time, you guys can pause this and if I'm going too fast. Mainly I want you to enjoy it and learn something from it about the colors that you have, and hopefully find some colors that you ordinarily wouldn't gravitate toward. You know what's nice to have, that I didn't mention, is a paper towel. Just to make sure that your brush is clean, because you want pure colors right now. Yeah. So now we're going to do, this is the cobalt blue. Get some clean water from my clean water glass. Fill in my dot. And then it's blue and blue again, diagonal. And the red. And this is what your color looks like when it's not mixed, when it just has a little bit of water. And then comes the fun mixing. So let me clean out my brush. Make sure it's clean. And then we're going to take yellow plus scarlet. This is going to be the first square we fill. We're going to take 50% yellow, 50% scarlet, and we're going to come up with this color right here. This color is going to be adding a little bit more water. because in watercolors, that's how you can lighten the color. So 50 of yellow, 50 of scarlet goes right here. So yellow, red, go up here, will be in an intense dark color, and then we'll add some water and go down here. But right now, 50 yellow, 50 red. Depending on if your yellow has dried or your red is dried, you might get some mixing colors on the edges. You could also pause, allow your colors to dry before you continue. So there's your orange. Now I'm going to grab some of my pure water and add to my color, and it's going to just be a lighter version. All right, now we're going to clean our brush, and we're going to do scarlet plus our blue, red plus blue. %, red, 50% blue. Mix it. Red, blue. Okay, so then this blue and red is going to be the same color with some water, pure water, not your mixing water. Okay, now we're going to clean out our brush, and we will do yellow plus blue. Okay, and now we're going to add some pure water to that. I can't keep showing you without having it drip all over the place, but we'll try until I guess it lands on me. So yellow and blue, here's our lighter version. Okay. And there we have it. We have our yellows, our red, and our blue, and the colors that they mix. And yellow, red, blue. When you add the yellow with the red, you get this orange color. Yellow and the blue, you get this really pretty green color. And then when you add water, you get the same colors, but not as intense. And so right now, what I recommend to you, clean your brush. And then know that this is going to dry lighter. It's going to dry a lighter shade, but pick out, once it dries, 3 colors from here that you like. And for me, I really like, I don't know, I like the purple and the purple and this green right here, but I also like this purple and this green. So I'm trying to figure out. I might do the orange, light orange, dark green. I'm such a sucker for blue, so it's hard. Try something new. Definitely that orange and that green. So I'll start there. Orange. And I'm just going to do because I'm just going to test it out and see if I really like it. Them together. Okay, there's the green. There's the orange. I think we'll do the deep purple. So the deep purple was the scarlet and the cobalt blue. And now we're actually going to move on to our second activity. So now that I have picked out 3 colors, I'm going to get my paper ready. I'll set this aside to dry where it's not vertical and not running. And go ahead and get yourself a new paper after you've decided what colors you're going to use from your palette. And I just did a smaller one, smaller piece of paper. And then get your masking tape, because we're going to wet this entire thing, so it is going to buckle. So you want to make sure it's nice and tight. And there's no perfection in this. I mean, it's nice to, every once in a while, just enjoy the painting process. So we did a little bit of trying to be precise with the mixing of colors, but now we get to play with those colors. I'm going to make sure this is sealed really nice. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to want a flat brush, if you have one, and it's just going to be pure water, clean water, and we're going to wet the entire thing. And then we're going to add our 3 colors anywhere on here. We can do one color here, one color here, and one color here, and see how they mix together on the wet. But whatever you do, there is no wrong. You can put it, your color here and here, but you want to fill up the page. And you want to see how the paint is going to interact, the wet paint is going to interact with the wet paper. Some people wet the back of it and the front of it. But again, I'm on a vertical incline and don't necessarily need to do that, but my friends in Arizona might want it to be more wet so it doesn't dry, you know, that dry heat. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and mix my colors just so I have them ready to drop. And again, we've got the purple, which is the blue and the red. right here. Try to make the same amount. Try to dry off my palette a little bit for you, so it's not running colors all over the place when I show you the palette. Anyway, again, red and blue is what I'm going to mix for that purple. For that orange, it was the scarlet and yellow, and a lot of water. Put up here. And the last color is the green, so the yellow and the blue, with a lot of water. When you start mixing colors and trying out the different paints that you have, you're going to end up with a tube of paint that you fall in love with, and I'm really liking this cobalt. Okay, so I'm going to get my pure color, pure water, and I'm going to just wet. You want your watercolor paper to be glossy. Let it soak up that water. Okay, and now you can use any brush you want. I'm just going to use my round brush I've been using. I'm not going for any particular type of painting. I'm not going to do much. I'm just going to do an abstract. And look how that's feathering out. Isn't that pretty? Anywhere on there. And ordinarily, watercolors are supposed to go from light to dark. Don't do what I'm doing. I'm going to do the orange next. You can see my paper's already starting to get dry. So I'm going to take my flat brush and I'm just going to wet it again. And then anyway, anytime you find that your paper is getting dry, you can just add some clear water to where you want to put your color. And obviously it's not going to go down if you are on a flat surface, but it'll still spread for you. I mean, if you want to get it to drip like that, you can put it on your wall, and of course you're going to want to put something underneath you so it's easy cleanup, but time to try. I went back to my purple. Just going to get it to drip more. I don't want it to be so stark. I just want more of a soft. And there you have it. You have your wet on wet with 3 colors that you did your palette. And let's see if the palette's dried yet. So your palette kind of looks like this. And of course, since it's dried later, you know that your abstract is going to dry later as well. And ordinarily I share with my class once it's dried in the comment section, but if I remember to come back and post it, I will. Otherwise, I would love it to see what you guys have created, and for my group and for FEC, please share what you have done with the palette and with the wet on wet, and I hope you had fun today. I hope it wasn't hard. I hope it was light and refreshing and fun, because it should be fun. Thanks guys for joining me. Thanks for watching. Bye.